I thought we could start the day with a little bit of, or start the meditation with a little bit of movement, a little bit of um, just getting the energy moving. It's so gorgeous outside. So if you're able to stand up, invite you to do that and just shake out your body a little bit, however it feels good to move, maybe rolling the shoulders a little bit. Shaking out your legs and your feet, maybe turning and circling the ankles around. And if you're not able to stand or you prefer to be sitting down or laying down, invite you to do that. Just reaching up to the sky, reaching up, maybe a little bit of a mini back bend, if that's safe for your back. And then if you can clasp your hands behind your back, give those shoulders a nice stretch. Or if your hands don't touch, just reaching behind you, really inviting the heart to open, inviting that chest to open. Most of us are bent over our computers or sitting hunched over during the day. So really giving those shoulders an encouraging ah way of opening the shoulders, opening the heart, rolling the shoulders. All right. And I invite you to stand or sit. You're standing, feet are hip width apart, knees are bent, palms are up. And I invite you to breathe in as your arms raise, and as you breathe out, go down. They're facing the body. Hands are moving down as you're breathing out. When hands get to the bottom, shaking them out. Next breath, breathing in. And breathing out, going at the pace of your own breathing, of course. So you're still breathing in and out. I'm going to shift position so that there's not all these cars going by behind me. Here we go. So you're going at your own pace. And now I'd invite you to add in a little bit of mm, visualization into the process. So maybe your eyes are closed, maybe they're open and soft. But as you're breathing in and your palms are up, imagine that you're gathering whatever it is you're needing today. Maybe it's nourishment, maybe it's comfort, maybe it's peace, maybe it's belonging, maybe it's love, connection, softness, tenderness, whatever it is that you're needing. Just imagining that you're standing someplace, maybe outdoors. I find it easier to contact this energy when I'm outside. So if you're not outside, as I am, imagining a place in nature that you really connect with and picturing the natural environment around you, connecting to this sense of like on the earth, nature, the goddess, God, whatever word you use for this mysterious energy that, you know, perhaps is guiding things. So, whatever it is you believe, maybe you don't believe in that, and that's okay too. But connecting with this capacity to breathe in whatever it is you're needing. And if you believe in something bigger than you, that perhaps that source, that oneness, can provide what you need. For me, that source or that oneness, I connect through that most easily through nature. Maybe for you, it's through music or through your pet. So we all have these different ways of connecting to something bigger than us, connecting to wonder, whatever that is for you, tuning into that place in nature or that sense of connection with a pet or a human, and breathing in what it is that you're needing today as you gather it from the space around you, breathing it in. And then as you breathe out each time, and again, going at your own pace, as you breathe out, imagining that as your hands scan down your body, they're just helping the energy move through your body. So you've been gathering all of this goodness, whatever it is for you today, peace, whatever the word is. You've been gathering it as you breathe in. And when your hands begin to come down towards your head, it's like you're allowing this quality to sort of rain down upon your being, and it flows through your being like water as you breathe out, flows to every cell. So you're gathering as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, this quality that you're needing most, it enters, it infuses, it moves through your being, touching every cell with this quality, this peace or love, whatever the word is for you today. So I'm going to be quiet now. And if your legs are getting tired, if your feet are getting tired, like mine are, invite you to sit or kneel. If your arms are tired, you don't have to do the motion anymore. You can just envision it. Imagine your body doing that gathering motion. And imagining with each out breath that as this healing quality that you're calling in, as it moves through your being, anything that's stuck, anything that's not yours, anything that you don't need anymore in the body, in the being, in your energetic or physical being, it's just moving through easily, just like a river moves down a gorge. So just easily moving through the body like water. And then as you come to your next out breath, allowing yourself to slowly, gently come to stillness in your body. And then slowly moving into the position that you would like to meditate in. Sitting, standing, lying down, however you're most at ease today. And beginning to get a sense of the breath filling the body. Breath being almost like being poured in through the crown, filling the belly first with breath, feeling the belly expand, noticing if you're constricting the belly or holding yourself tightly, or if your pants are too tight. And just really, if you're able to, loosen the pants, or this can be a vulnerable place for many, many people. We're really taught to suck in our bellies in this culture. And just maybe placing a hand on your belly, just softly touching your belly, noticing what comes up as you do that. Maybe there's warmth from your hand. Maybe thoughts come up, judgments, maybe fear, maybe ease. So, whatever is coming up, seeing if you're able to just hold that in your awareness. You're witnessing what arises as you are with your breath moving in and out of your belly. And seeing if you can allow maybe just a little more expansion of the belly. If your belly is already soft and it's getting nice and big each time you breathe in, you don't have to force more air in there. But if there's a constricting, seeing if it feels okay just to allow a little bit more air into the belly, a little more life, a little more movement into that belly space. This can feel very new or different to many of us. If you're used to breathing just in your upper chest, just from the lungs. But this way you're activating your diaphragm, this big muscle, and you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system that can help you calm and relax. This part of us that is designed to acclimate the body. Something scary happens. So the body, when it freezes or when it's afraid, it will hold the belly tightly, and people, including myself, will breathe just in the upper chest. So assuming you're in a safe situation right now, seeing if you can invite the body to attune to the safety of your environment by breathing deeply into the belly. It's like you're consciously telling your body, we're okay. Noticing if the mind has stuff to say about that. Just noticing thoughts, not having to fight with or agree with thoughts. Just noticing that's what the mind does. That's what the mind is good at. Again and again, coming back to that expanding at the belly and the softening. So belly button moves towards the spine as you exhale.
Sarah, we can't hear you.
50. So as you notice the expansion of your belly and the softening of your belly, as you attune to your own breath, of course, there are going to be other things that come into your awareness. So all the while, seeing if you can stay with this feeling of expansion, expansion of the belly, softening of the belly. Thoughts moving through. If your mind is like mine, there are lots of them. You don't have to fight with your mind. You're just letting the thoughts be there. The same time the thoughts are there, you're connecting to the breath. And then from time to time, the thoughts will invariably pull you away from the breath. And you forget your breathing, you forget you're noticing the breath. And each time that happens, it's not a problem. Notice if there's a judgment or a reaction and just notice it. And then again and again, come back to the breath, the sense of, and I'm still breathing. Maybe emotions are present for you today. So using the breath to be with whatever is here. We're not trying to get rid of anything. We're using the present moment. We're using the connection to the present moment through the breath as a way to expand our capacity to be with these various states of being human. See if the breath can help you be with whatever's here for you, whether that's, a breaking heart, loss, joy, rage, fear, attuning to your own breath as this friend that does not leave your side, that is always with you. And as you breathe deeply, as you attune more and more to your own aliveness through the breath, allowing this expansion, this attunement to your own breath to help you be with whatever is happening in your world right now. Nothing left behind, nothing left out. All of the complexity of being a human right here, right now, using the breath to expand your own capacity to be with what is.
Sarah, we can't hear you again.
Hmm. Yeah, just noticing humanness. What's it like to be you today? So witnessing your own present moment inner experience. For example, I'm just noticing this mind tendency to self-judge, when I've made a mistake, like I forgot to turn my speaker back on. I'm just aware of like how that is in my body, this sort of like heat in my chest. I'm aware of how the mind will come in with stories or judgments. Yeah, aware of shame or self-judging. So just like that, you know, giving yourself the space rather than necessarily believing the thoughts, we're aiming to notice them, using the breath to connect to the present moment and to lean into trusting that, it's all flowing, it's all happening. The inner and the outer, it's all just happening. And as humans, I, have this sense of like, "Ah, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have made that mistake. I should have remembered to turn my microphone back on." And I can notice this inner self judging, and I can choose to follow that and expand it by sort of feeding it, or I can choose to notice it and like, oh, okay. So there's this way that if I forgot to turn my mic back on, I can really get into self-judging, and I'm just noticing that and noticing what it's like in the body. So noticing what your inner experience is like, what your thoughts are. And rather than just believing them because they're happening, seeing if you can have just a little bit of space around the thoughts, a little bit of healthy suspicion that everything you think might not be true. And even if it is true, seeing if you can hold those thoughts with maybe a little bit of self compassion. No matter what's going on in your world right now, seeing if you can trust in the process. Doesn't mean we have to like what's happening around us or inside of us. We're going to have preferences. We're human. But there's this way of just holding those judgments and beliefs about yourself and others a little more lightly, a little more loosely. Noticing what's in your awareness right now. Is there also breath in your awareness? If you lost your thread, if you dropped the thread of connection to your breath, just seeing if you can begin again. Just beginning again with the next breath. Breath linking you to present moment. Breath is present moment. Just right now. Literally breathing in and expanding your capacity to allow what is right here and right now in your inner world. Not necessarily believing the thoughts, but allowing thoughts, allowing emotions, just holding everything a little more lightly. Noticing how the mind has preferences. It wants to hold on to what's pleasant, usually, and it wants to push away what it deems unpleasant. So allowing for the human experience of having preferences. And then also seeing if you can lean into, okay, well, this is the way I want it to be. I want it to be different, perhaps, but this is the way it is right now. And I'm not encouraging a complacency. I'm not suggesting inaction in the world or within. I'm just suggesting first, can we just be still for a moment? First, can we just notice? Can we allow? Because then action comes from a place of groundedness, it comes from a place of stillness and clarity. So, can you be with your own inner experience, noticing an urge to act or move or speak? Being if you can slow it down enough to be able to watch your inner experience. Maybe next time, in the heat of an emotion, seeing if you can catch yourself, not to disallow anything, but to really just connect with like, what does this joy inside my body feel like? What is this rage inside me? What is this deep grief? There's this tendency in being human to, we feel something, we want to act right away, we want to get away from it, or we want to do something out of it. And just seeing if from time to time, or maybe as a practice, seeing if you can slow it down a little bit, just noticing the bodily feelings, the bodily sensations of anger or joy or sadness or whatever is present, really allowing yourself to feel something. Tuning into what you're really needing in this moment to be able to be with what's happening in your inner world right now. Noticing if there's an inner judgment or self-criticality, self-critical voice, and just seeing if you can soften it a little bit. You know, we're all human, just doing the best we can. So as we bring our meditation together to a close, invite you to Om with me, connect with your own inner vibration through the sound of the Om in your being. Really seeing if you can feel the vibration of the sound moving through your body. And if you're unable to make sound right now or you don't want to, trusting yourself, it's okay. And just imagining what the sound of Om might feel like in your body if you're not able to tone it with us. Just toning it internally. Mantras are just as powerful when echoed through the mind, when echoed through the inner being as they are when spoken out loud. So, either way, whether it's internal or external for you, we're going to breathe in, and on the exhale, make the sound of Om, and we'll do that 3 times together. Breathing in fully. Om. 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 May the fruits of our practice today spread outwards in all directions and help to end the suffering of all beings everywhere. And maybe you have your own little blessing or prayer or wish to the universe that you want to just speak into your hands. Maybe it's a prayer for a loved one or a blessing for the earth or for the planet or our country or your pet. Whatever it is, whatever's on your heart today, you know, may I, may we, may they, whatever it is, speaking that blessing or prayer into your hands. And then blowing it out into the universe. Aho. Mm. Thanks for practicing with me today. Mm. Smell the hearts.